Genesis 44. Then Joseph gave these instructions to the manager of his household. Fill each of their sacks with as much grain as they can carry, and put each man's money back into his sack. Then put my personal silver cup at the top of the youngest brother's sack, along with the money for his grain. The manager followed these instructions. At dawn the next morning, the men were sent off with their donkeys. But when they were a short distance from the town, Joseph said to his household manager, "Go after them and stop them. When you catch up with them, ask them, 'Why have you repaid good with evil? Why have you stolen my silver cup? Isn't this the cup from which my master drinks? And doesn't he use it for divination? What a wicked thing you have done!' So the manager caught up with the men and spoke to them as he had been instructed. 'What are you talking about?' The brothers responded. 'We are not thieves. We would never steal your master's silver cup. Look, we even returned the money we found in our sacks. Why would we steal silver or gold from your master's house? If you find it in the possession of any one of us, let that person die, and we others will become your master's slaves.' 'Fair enough,' the manager replied, 'but only the one who has the cup will be my slave. The rest of you can go free.' They quickly took their sacks from the backs of their donkeys and opened them. The manager searched each sack, from the oldest to the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. At this, they tore their clothes in despair. Then they loaded their donkeys again and returned to the town. Joseph was still in his house when Judah and his brothers arrived, and they fell to the ground before him. 'What have you done?' Joseph demanded. 'Didn't you know that a man like me would know who stole it?' Judah said, 'Oh, my lord, what can we say? How can we plead? How can we prove our innocence? God has uncovered our guilt. We are all your slaves now, both we and the one in whose sack the cup was found.' But Joseph replied, 'Only the one who had the cup will be my slave. As for the rest of you, go in peace to your father.' Then Judah approached Joseph and said, 'Please, my lord, let me say just one word to you. Be patient with me, even though you are as powerful as Pharaoh himself. My lord, you asked us, your servants, 'Do you have a father or a brother?' And we responded, 'Yes, we have our father, who is very old, and we have a younger brother, born late in his father's old age. His brother is dead, and he is all that is left of his mother's children, and his father loves him very much. You told us, my lord, bring him here so I can see him for myself. We said to you, my lord, the boy cannot leave his father, for his father would die. But you told us, unless your youngest brother comes with you, you will not see my face again.' So, when we returned to our father, we told him what you had said. Then our father said, 'Go back again and buy us more food.' But we said, 'We can't go unless our youngest brother goes with us. We will never see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us.' Then my father said, 'You know that my wife Rachel gave me 2 sons. One of them went away, and I said, he must have been torn to pieces by a wild animal, and I have not seen him since. If you take his brother Benjamin from me, and any harm comes to him, you will send my white head down to the grave in sorrow. So now, my lord, if I go back to my father without the boy, my father's life will be in danger.' The boy's life is closely bound to his father's life. When he sees that the boy is not with us, he will die. We will be responsible for bringing my father down to the grave in sorrow. My lord, I guaranteed to my father that I would bring the boy back. I told him, if I don't bring him back to you, I will bear the blame before you for the rest of my life. So please, my lord, let me stay here as a slave in place of the boy, and let him return with his brothers. For how can I return to my father if the boy is not with me? I couldn't bear to see the anguish this would cause my father.